What's up guys, King Joosh here, and today I'm going to be talking about Nintendo's console being released on November 11th of this year, and that is the classic NES, which is a modern version of the original NES, which if you don't know what the NES is, I'm just going to give a brief overview. It was pretty much just released in 1985. It was Nintendo's breakout console. It had millions of units sold, and it also had Legend of Zelda, Mario, Donkey Kong, and a whole bunch of other games on there. So it's pretty iconic up there in gaming status. So let's get into the modern one, the classic NES edition. So pretty much, besides the fact that it's released in November, like anything nowadays with gaming, it also only costs $60 USD or $49.99 in euros. So it's not that expensive because modern games nowadays cost $60, and this has 30 pre-installed games on it. So I would say it's a pretty good deal. And also, that's my last pro on it. So let's get into the cons. Now, one of my cons with it is the fact that you can't use old NES cartridges on it. Like, I get it because they wouldn't be in HD because they're just old games and they're just not compatible with it, but it would have been a lot cooler if you would have been able to do that. Also, I kind of think it's not good that it's so small. Like, it's only as big as the palm of your hand, like maybe a little bigger depending on your hand size, but it's really not that big. Plus the specs aren't the best on it because, I mean, you could literally get an NES for, depending on the price, between $30 and $100. So if you really want to get into it, you could do that, because all of the games on it you cannot put on. Like, you have to re-get them. Plus there's only 30, which I would hope there would be more released in the future. But Nintendo has been doing good this year. They have been releasing things, and their stocks have been going up. Now, this is my last thing about it. With my pros and cons, you know, it's one of those games that they're just releasing because it's like their most iconic console, you know? So, of course they're going to release it again because it's going to be nostalgia. People who grew up in the 80s, 90s, and even 2000s were like, oh, I used to play that and I don't have an NES anymore. And I think that's cool for them, you know? They get to replay games that they played when they were children. And nostalgia and hipster factors are going to be the two reasons why people get it. I mean, true hipsters would just have them already. But, you know, it's going to be like a hipster factor, and people are going to be buying them. And I think this is going to really help Nintendo. Now, the one thing that I don't know about is the Nintendo NEX that is supposed to come out whenever, like next year or the year after that. I don't know if that's going to make or break them, because this year has been really well with them. With all of their releases, they have been doing very well. And this classic NES is just the cherry on top. And I really feel that Nintendo, if they keep going like this, I think they can become one of the biggest gaming companies again, like how they were in the late 80s, early 90s. We just got to see what they do on a business stance. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about for today, guys. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.